What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Ace Cars Podcast. Today we have a lot of interesting, fun, exciting stories to talk about. So I hope you're buckled in, whether you're going to work, groceries, wherever you're going. Buckle in for a very exciting podcast today. So let's get right into it. So one thing we want to change, like we don't want to be like very presenting. We want to have a conversation. So we are working on that. So please bear with us. So dude, you said you had some news like about Acura or something. So I want to hear about, like, because we're like surprising each other. So now, tell me.
Yeah, so there's some news, right? So the Acura has been teasing like their Integra for a few months now. Like it's obviously a very, very hyped up car in the past. It's like one of the best like sports cars, like not just like an affordable sports car that they've made like many, many years ago. They have multiple generations, but it's been absent for like a bunch of years now. But they're bringing it back, and they've been like showing
Yeah,
the teasers. They've been showing like the headlight. They've been showing like some silhouette photos. They've been showing some stuff like that, but it just got introduced that they're bringing it back. And Acura, first of all, doesn't
yeah.
need manual transmissions, but for the Integra
They're
specifically,
doing manual?
they're bringing back a manual transmission.
No way.
Yeah, I think it's using a similar transmission from the Civic Type R, I believe. So it's like it's
Yeah,
not like a ground up brand new, but a Civic Type R, like similar transmission and stuff like that. And it's going to be a turbo 4 cylinder, which is also going to be shared with the Civic or Acura's lower end trim cars. But basically,
yeah.
it's going
No,
to be a
that's really good because
lightweight
there's
car,
not many cars
Yeah,
with
Acura is like
manual.
this is like a very Integra is a very very big car for Acura, like lightweight, easy to drive. It's not like high horsepower, just like a good driver's car. And so they're bringing it back with the manual. It's gonna debut in 2022, I believe. So they still have a few more months, but they're just like teasing it and hyping up a lot. And so slowly they're just like putting out a little bit of information here and there.
That's respect because going back to like an older car with a lot of like respect and stuff, like people can get mad. Like if you make it like you change like the body, the history behind it, people get mad. So keeping it manual and making it manual is a very bold statement from Acura. So I like that a lot.
Yeah, and yeah, bringing back the manual into a car where they don't even have any manual transmission, that's like the biggest thing. So they're bringing that back, which is like really, really good, bro. And a lot of companies are doing that too. Like Porsche, like for example, like they have a GT3 that just came out, the 992 GT3, but in the
Oh, Porsche
991,
is so good.
the
Porsche design
99,
is spectacular, bro.
it's the best, bro. And the 991 GT3, so like the 2013, 2014, something like that, the 991 GT3 did not have a manual. It was auto only. The RS has always been like the RS, of course, is automatic only. It's like a track car, whatever. But the actual GT3 was auto only. But then I think for the 991.2, like in 2017 or 2018, they introduced, they're bringing it back. So they brought it back. And of course, this outgoing model, people are like, oh, they might not bring it back. But even for the 2022 GT3, the new 992 model, it still has a manual, and it still has like everything that you possibly want. Naturally aspirated engine.
Damn,
Like so, the people are like they know like the people who buying these cars like they want the car like with manual and stuff, so they bring it back for real. Um,
that's crazy.
Even Nissan like 400Z, like a lot of people guess like they might just want to go for like the numbers and stuff, so they might not want to put the manual because it's a little bit slower. But like nah, they brought it back for real. Um, but then the cars like
Yeah, so
the Corvette like dropped it. You know what I'm saying? So like everyone's taking a different approach to it.
do we tell them what we did this last weekend, or do we keep that for the end?
Nah, we can tell them, bro. So basically, me and Shrikar,
Hold on. So no,
I mean, talking a
let's
little
hold on,
back.
hold on. I'm gonna tease y'all a little bit. I'm gonna need y'all to stay a little bit, few more minutes, because we have some crazy story. We basically got to experience and sit in an unreleased $1 million car this weekend for our SF90. But there's a twist to it and why it's something crazier than just a regular SF90. So let's hold on that. But um, let's first talk about what is the SF90. The SF90 is like a heritage, like it's the 90th anniversary for the Ferrari race team. It's a very big car, big name. So the car, the coupe, has been announced for a few like years now. Like the car is just arriving now. The coupe version of the car. A lot of celebrities are buying it. For instance, Kendall Jenner. For audio people, you guys can't see it, but for my visual YouTube people, as you can see, I have some pictures just to show
Oh,
you
that's a
real
nice
quick.
color. That's a nice color. Brown with
So
brown.
as you can see on top, Kendall Jenner's story, it is customized my own Ferrari, one of one. Travis Scott really brought this brown color to the culture and made brown a cooler color in my opinion. And Kendall Jenner put that together in the Ferrari. This is a one of one color, and this goes into her interior as well, which she shared. Let's look at this interior. Beautiful brown on brown. It's a crazy, wonderful colorway. It's something different. That's what for when you customize the Ferrari you want to do. And so there's actually some crazy builds that we've seen, and like there's so much intricate detail that you can go with customizing your SF90, from like the stripes, the patterns, and everything obviously costs a lot of money. Like, but it's so the intricate detail is what makes it different and makes the value of the car go up.
SF90 is like Ferrari's flagship car as of right now. So it's not actually a lot of Ferrari replacement because that's like very, very exclusive. That's still coming. But this is like right now their fastest car, 1,000 horsepower. It's electric and gas, V8 twin turbo engine from all the other Ferraris, and they have electric motors as well. So 1,000 horsepower, and this car, it's like on paper, it's supposed to do like 2.5 or something, but on the street, it's doing like 2.1, 2.0. This is like, it's like hitting twos, like low twos, like very, very low twos. Like this is faster than Bugattis. This is a very, very, very fast car. So it's like,
and it can handle.
Yeah, so not only is it just like, oh, this is Ferrari's flagship car, but it's actually like for the first time, it's actually like up to the hype. Like and as a driver's car, it's doing really, really well. So it's the car that everyone's talking about because it's also a car that you don't have to be like a super special person to buy. You can just like, if you have the money for it, it's not limited production. You can just buy it. You know what I'm saying? It'll take a while and everything, but you don't have to be like it's not like a limited run that is only making X amount of cars. They're making as many as you want. So one of the other additions, so that's been out, like Shrikar said, it's been out just for a few months. It's been out for a year, but the car has only been delivered for a few months. They recently introduced the SF90 Spider, which is Ferrari does the Spider is the best. As you guys know, it's a hard top, drop top. So like you get the coupe line when it looks down. When it's up, it's a convertible. So it's literally the best of both.
Hard top is a very big
point. If you get a Ferrari, the best way to do is a convertible because it looks the same as a coupe. It literally looks like exactly the same. There's no soft top.
That's one of the things that I really hope like Lamborghini has to work on. Like I love Lamborghinis, but first of all, for an Aventador, I'm not pulling over on the side of the road and removing my top. That's first thing. And second, if you get a Huracan Spider, you're soft top. Like, come on, you're paying. Like, I want a hard top. It looks better and it feels better. So
yeah, Ferrari and McLaren have been doing hard tops beginning, and so Lamborghini definitely like. But anyway, point being, Ferrari they do the hard top really, really well. So now they brought up to the SF90, which is already like a crazy sought after car. And it's going to be a 2024 model. So they just introduced it now, but like it takes maybe a year, probably close to 2 to 3 years if you ordered one today. If you ordered it maybe later, maybe delivery start like in a year and a half or something like that. But basically, me and Shrikar have some connections with the Ferrari dealership that we're local to. And so we were able to go and get the keys to the car, get an hour alone with the vehicle to film some content that we were putting on TikTok and YouTube and everything. But we were just able to experience the car. Like there was nobody interrupting us. We had the keys. We could start it. We could open the roof. We could just check out all the features, all the new screens, all the new buttons, everything. And just like really like just taking the car. And it was like obviously extremely rare opportunity. It's close to $1 million car, 1,000 horsepower. It's crazy. So we spent a lot of time to make sure that we really know everything.
Yeah, but it was really cool because we've had this before where like we get to experience cars, but with the SF90 is like an unreleased vehicle coming, and they just give us the kit. And we love Ferrari San Diego. We built a really good relationship with them over the last few years, and now like we get like they told us, hey, come by, like come check it out, and it came, and they were so easy to give us keys and so cool. Like we still geek. This is what we love. Like we geek out about this stuff. Like me and Anya, like we were filming, and Anya like was like, "Yo, put the camera away for a second." Because like, it's such a cool. This is $1 million car that we're just sitting in. No one's here, and if I had a question, I asked them or something about it. They were like, "Oh yeah, cool. Like do whatever you want." Like just like because they know we respect their cars. Like for years we've been going. They know we're going to respect.
Yeah, that's something that, by the way, it's not like anyone can just walk in a dealership. We've been coming to the dealership for 3-4 years. We know the owners. We know the salespeople. So we've built connections in order for them to trust us. Like if some random person came in, they're not just going to hand them the keys and walk away. Like we literally, the guy didn't know the keys was like, where are the keys? We have them. He's like, oh, okay. We're like, do you want them back? He's like, no, you're good. Just like hold on to it, enjoy. So like it was a really cool opportunity. We were able to check out the full car, do pretty much everything except for drive it. No one's allowed to drive the car actually because it's unreleased.
Even they get the car towed.
They were not allowed to drive it, so they wanted to bring it to a car show. They have to trailer it down. They can literally just transport it like just from the dealership to the thing. That's it. You can't drive it on the road. It's not legal to drive it. But overall, I think they killed the car. Like the design is so nice from the interior. I think it's just like I think so.
Like in the interior, guys, there's like a screen facing. There's So you have your steering wheel and your big dash, right, with like your virtual cockpit and whatever. But on the sides for like your AC control, your headlights and all that, it's all touch screen with like haptic touch, right? And it's like
It's a huge
directed at the
switch. It's a
driver.
huge switch because Ferrari, like for the longest time, like Shrikar, you know, I've been saying this, bro. Ferrari, they always lagged to the screens,
Okay, so
always.
Unreal has a big
No,
issue
but
with this
for
because
real,
Unreal,
absolutely,
like
they
he
fixed it.
wants
They
like
fixed it. They fixed it. It's good now. Like I'm just saying,
because
in the past 10 years, the 458, the 488, the F8, all three of them look the same from the interior because they literally don't have like they have a small
okay,
screen.
but the thing is, Ferrari has that classic touch to it. In your
I
dash, you
know,
still have your
I
Apple CarPlay
know,
and your backup camera.
but like you
But
still
this is not a Huracan Evo, bro. We're not trying to appeal to a younger generation who's trying to connect your phone and use your Apple CarPlay. You're driving the car for a drive. You're not buying the
nah,
car
but
for
in 2021,
technology.
but the thing is, in 2021, everyone still needs that, bro. Like everyone's, I still want to run my Google Maps if I want to get to somewhere. I don't want to use like the Ferrari. I still want to use my own stuff. I still want CarPlay and stuff. So McLaren and Lamborghini, like McLaren's had it from the beginning.
Oh,
Lamborghini,
McLaren's the best for the price, by the way.
yeah, it's a
Yeah,
technology. Like, McLaren's the Tesla of supercars. Like they've had screens and stuff from the beginning, but Lamborghini
I'm not
just
talking just on technology, bro. It's not about technology when you're buying the car. I'm talking about like butterfly doors,
yeah, McLaren's the
hardtop
best. He's the
convertible,
best. The best.
power, and technology. It's
We
like
love it.
all the boxes check.
McLaren's goaded, but like Lamborghini just started the screens. And so basically what Ferrari used to do is they used to have no screens, again, just a small one, and have everything analog. Now they've done a full 360, like literally like changed everything. It's a full screen. Everything is haptic, so there's no buttons. So they went full on like Porsche Taycan mode. And everything is like if you want to run Apple, your CarPlay, you can make it full screen, you can make it half screen. They have a small map view, they have a switch.
There's even screens like in the SF90. There's
Yeah,
a screen for the passenger
passenger.
directed at them. They can control music, navigation,
Right,
everything.
Ferrari's done that for a minute. They've had the passenger screen, but like now it's like actually like you can actually customize it and change it, and it's a lot better. So they've really changed their technology, and they started with the Roma, by the way, which we also got to experience. Luckily, last year we got to sit in one of the first Romas and check it out. But so they started with the Roma in their entry level car, and now of course they're going to put it in their flagship SF90, and now they're bringing it again. In a few months, we're going to go check out the Ferrari 296, which is the F8 replacement, which also has a screen. So they know that this is the future. They know that they're gonna have to change it. Um, the only question is like, what do you think about this? Like, do you feel like for example, a 458, that car looks timeless. Even though it's a 10 years old car, it came out in 2011 or whatever, 2010. You look at that car today, it still has LED lights, it still looks phenomenal, right? Like that car, like I showed my dad recently at the Cars and Coffee. He's like, dude, this car looks brand new.
Yeah,
However,
that's the thing about all these like
now that
supercars or
Ferrari has
hypercars.
screens, so maybe in, I don't know, maybe in 5 to 7 years, do you think it's gonna look
Will be
dated?
outdated.
Maybe it'll be outdated.
Um, for me, like I was never too much about the screens, right? I'm more about I really like that classic look that Ferrari kept, and so I'm a little yeah. That is actually a really good point. I haven't thought about that. That's actually a really good point because that will change a lot of things
Like
in
the
the future.
Bugatti Chiron and the Veyron, the reason why they still look so good even today is they didn't put any screens. Like they could have put a
Yeah.
really tacky screen and like a really like imagine how bad the screen would have been from 2005. Like it would have been so
Oh,
bad.
but that's what like the that's what like the
Like the
Ventador, the
Gallardo screen,
Gallardo.
like the
Yeah, the
Gallardo
Gallardo
screen.
that deals with that.
That looks so bad now, right? So of course Bugatti can put that screen if they wanted to, but they chose not to. Now the car looks timeless and beautiful
Well,
because there's
speaking of the Lamborghinis, the gated manuals, the Ferraris, the new ones, like the Roma and like the new technology, the automatic transmission is shaped in a gated manual, so it's really cool. I like that a lot.
It's
I
really
think that's
cool.
a nice
They
touch.
just everything just changed up. So the transmission is different. It used to just be the small little plastic button. Now it's like a nice gated tribute. All the even the Manatino switch dial is now like electronic switch. The start stop button, dude. Like I've never even seen this in any other car. To be honest with you, the
Oh,
start stop
touch,
is really
touch.
not a button. It's touch. It's a touch sensitive button to start it, which is like I mean that's like Tesla level. Like, that's crazy. So they really want full technology mode on it. I think for a lot of younger buyers, it's gonna be great. Maybe the older guys won't like it as much, but like I'm excited to see like the 812 is going to be updated with the same type of screens in a few years and stuff like that as well,
The
right? So
812 Superfast is probably one of my favorites.
it's a beautiful car. We saw it as well.
812 Superfast or the SV? What do you
It's
take?
really it's for me like the SV is the car to flex with for sure because you have the doors. It sounds really loud and aggressive. The shape of the SV is just like to be honest, like it's timeless. The SVJ and SV, like they look so SV in particular, the SV is like such a nice car to look at. Like even though it's 2014, 2015, still looks phenomenal. But the 812 is like a little bit less not as attractive, but the sound of the engine from the Ferrari V12 is like probably the best sounding car on like the market today. Like it's really, really good. So you can't go wrong, man. Both the cars are really good.
Yeah, so yeah, one thing you guys should be aware of, we have some great guests coming from Ferrari soon on our podcast. So that'll be great to chat with people that we've built a relationship over the past few years, and people we look to like personally to just chat and like learn about like car industry. When we first entered this industry, a lot of a guy at Ferrari, his name is Murray. We built a relation with him for like 3.5 years now, and he really took the time out to help me personally learn about the industry and how we can be safe with the industry, so I respect those people a lot. And they we'll have those people on. Even we have a little surprise guest from Ferrari coming, which I won't tell you about yet.
Yeah, but yeah, we have a really high-end person coming in a few weeks. He actually wanted to do the podcast in person. Like we were gonna ask him to hop on the Zoom, but he was like, let's just do it in person. So unfortunately, right now we're both in different locations within California, but we're gonna be coming back to our hometown in the next few weeks. So that's when.
Oh yeah, so Anirudh, so I want to ask you this. So Anirudh, right now, so as we talked about in our first episode, like we kind of sold our cars, and so Anirudh right now scooters around to school, and he's dealing with the big problem of not finding a new car because the car market is so screwed up right now. So what have you been looking at? Because I don't know, but what are you thinking?
Yeah, so I mean, first of all, the scooter that I use, it's like it's a Segway scooter. It's from Costco, and it's honestly like pretty good. It's like
that Costco.
$100. It goes like 20 miles per hour. It's really fast. You can get 25 miles on a charge. Pretty much like it can last you a full week if you wanted to get you anywhere. But obviously, a car was still it's not gonna be able to like transport stuff, get groceries, all that good stuff. So what I've been kind of looking at is like an Audi A6, like the not the new body, not the new body, like the 2017 one with it still has CarPlay and everything.
Okay, it's 2016 plus you can get CarPlay, right?
Yeah, exactly. With the new lights and stuff like that. So that's a nice car. The A4 is a really nice car because you have virtual cockpit on that one, which is great. I think one other car that I was interested in is like the TLX, the new one, the 2021. But that one's still a bit expensive right now. But
I don't get TLX. Don't do it. Don't do me like that.
I mean, I would get the new one if anything. Like I wouldn't get your body or anything. Like I would get the
go for an Audi. Go for an Audi.
Audi. Yeah, the only issue with Audi is like right now the prices are just a little bit high. I know beforehand it was definitely my budget. Now it's like a little bit pushing it. But like the issue is I also don't want to have something super unreliable, because it's gonna be a car I'm gonna drive for like 5-6 years.
This guy used to have an A6 back in the day, and he never got it serviced, and it ran great. It ran great.
And that's the whole thing. It ran great we had it for 6 or 7 years. So it lasted perfectly for those 7 years. But if I suppose I wanted to drive the Audi today, I could have if we kept it in better maintenance, but we just didn't spend the money and effort in maintaining it properly. Which I think worked out better in the end because my dad didn't want to dump like thousands of dollars into fixing small things. We just literally didn't do anything. We just did the oil change, brakes, tires, and like a few small things. Like I think the worst thing was like a serpentine belt, which was like $150 or something. Like nothing crazy for it. So I think that just lucky, to be honest, because I've heard other people like our other friends have had a lot more issues, especially when you get into sportier cars. Oh, one other car I was looking at, street car, is the old S4, like the 2015 one with the
no way.
Yeah, not the new one because that's way out of the price range for sure. Like it's a beautiful car, but the older one with the V6 and the manual transmission, that'd be a sick car for real.
That's no, but I think you should go Audi back because you used to. We love Audi, but we both love Audi a lot.
And the other thing, the last car that I was considering, but I think reliability wise, my parents probably advise against it, but like the BMW 340 or 330.
No, don't get BMW. Do not get a BMW because if you're a college student getting a car, German wise, I think Audi is the way. Audi is the most reliable German best car customer service from personal experiences. Audi is the best, and I will always stand with Audi.
What
if you're a college student?
So what car? By the way, so Shrikar sold his car. He thought it sold. It's technically on this website. It showed it as pending, but we checked a few days ago, and maybe that person backed out. They didn't like it, whatever. Because in Shift you have a week to return the car. By the way, if you don't know, you can return it. So it's like you have a return policy. If you don't like it, you can return it. So that person actually returned the car. It's back on the market. But what are you looking at buying? What are the options? I know you've talked a little about Tesla and stuff. Like Tesla's really high, but like what are some of the other options, including Tesla?
I'm honestly very, very lost. I need an electric or hybrid vehicle because that's the gas prices are crazy right now, and I'm not paying $4 to $5 per gallon, which I paid for a long time. And I want a Tesla ideally because going electric, I'm not trying to get like a Leaf or something. Because no disrespect, those cars are great, great cars. But if I want technology where like autopilot features and range, and Tesla in the electric space is miles ahead of all these companies. So I want Tesla, but the prices are atrocious right now. Like, no way I'm paying what they are right now. Like, they're way, way overvalued.
Right now they're like what, 48, 45 with this. Obviously, I'm
Like,
talking with the full self-drive package and
no,
everything.
no, no. I'm talking enhanced autopilot, even basic autopilot with mileage doesn't really matter on Teslas, but 2018s, even 2017s, that the first gen model that they is going for like 40 to 50,000, upwards of 50. So I'm no way touching that. And I wanted a model. I would ideally think of Model Y because I want an SUV going from a sedan. I want to get an SUV. That's 55 plus. That's atrocious. I'm not paying that. But I don't know. I'm genuinely confused. I have no car in mind other than Tesla because I need a hybrid, but I'm not buying that. It's way too expensive. So I don't know what to do. I'm
What
honestly
about one
lost.
of those like the plug-in hybrids where you can use like 15 miles within the city and then use gas when you need to trip? Because you still need gas. You still need either if you get a Tesla or you still need something with the gas because you have to go long distance. Like I don't know how it's gonna be driving. Obviously, you're not gonna do it every weekend or anything, but coming back home and stuff from SF to San Diego.
I'm a fly, bro.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not
I mean,
driving.
but
No way.
at some point, like once, maybe for summer, like at once a year,
Yeah, in the
twice a
summer when I
year.
come back, I'll drive. But that's like my parents or someone will come with me and they'll drive back. Because there's no point of drive. Because gas, let's say, is full tank one way, $80, right?
Sure,
Round trip is it's like $200. A
sure.
ticket back and forth is like 120, 130 for me.
Oh,
Um,
wow, that's really cheap. What the heck?
so it's a great. There's no point of me, and it cuts out me the hassle. I just Uber to the
Oh,
airport and I
tickets
get
are
on the flight.
one.
Like 150, 200, 150 to 200. I'd say
I,
150 to 200.
tickets from mine are more expensive, which is
How much
crazy.
is it
It's like 120 per each way. Like
each way?
between 80 and 120 each way.
Dude, you're so cheap, bro. 80, if it's 80, that's fine.
One
It's
way.
because yes, for me too. Hello,
Yeah, but
round
you're
trip.
actually far. I'm driving distance. Like you're not. Yours is like an 8 hour drive. That's too much.
Come on, dog. You're just not used to gas prices, bro.
For
Because
real.
Anu has Teslas, and so he doesn't pay the gas prices. I'm coming from gas guzzlers, so
All gas cars, for real.
so
What about like a
it's
Mercedes? Like one of the cars, it popped up in my thing. The Mercedes C350 like plug-in
no.
hybrid. Why not?
Those plugins are kind of waste, bro. They're great. I like to step forward for the company,
It's good
big step forward, but it's
within your college town. Everywhere you're going to go is within 5 miles, 10 miles. You can use a battery every single day, and on weekends when you do longer trips, you can use gas.
how much is a 530e BMW 530e?
530. It used to be like 29, 32. Now it's probably closer to 35,000. The 330Es are around 25,000.
Do you think the 530 is a reliable vehicle battery wise? I heard battery wise, but the BMW ones are kind of.
No. The battery wise, they're all good. The battery is perfect. The battery won't have any issues. It's just like the other parts, like the gas parts, that might have issues. The battery will never like. Battery technology is really good nowadays, but it's an ongoing search. And I think that the biggest thing is right now, like the prices are just like so high. Like even if there's something that's like in my
If you
budget,
don't need to buy a car right now, I advise
it's the
not to
worst
because
because
we're not buying a car.
it's gonna come down. It's gonna come down at least, I'd say, 30, 40%, maybe like a few $1,000s. Every car is gonna lose a few $1,000s in the next 3 to 4 months when the market crashes. Like cars are depreciating assets and not appreciating assets. It's just like a really weird time that we're living in.
Yeah.
That's like it's appreciating, like houses are appreciating assets, real estate's appreciating asset. So we don't know how that market's gonna change. But like for cars, they're depreciating assets. They will eventually, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not next week, but
Yeah.
at some point in time there's going to be a
Very soon.
explosion and it's going to start to go down. So at that point, if you buy a car now and it loses 3 grand by March of next year, that's gonna be stupid. So I think we're both just like
Yeah.
we're looking casually, but like obviously not willing to make a impulse buy right now.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, let's wrap it up. I think we went a little over today. A little bonus footage for you guys. So yeah, basically this last weekend we checked out the Ferrari SF90, one of the craziest experiences super, super cool. So if you want to see that content, check it out. Obviously on TikTok and Instagram. As always, we have some crazy guests coming on very soon. So look forward to that. And this week, so we're starting a new thing. So I just got a new Xbox, and so me and Unreal are very competitive when it comes to 2K. We play NBA 2K a lot. We're getting 2K22 very soon, but right now we're running 2K20 and 2K21. And so we're starting this new segment, a little co-founder, CEO, battle. So right after this goes up on YouTube for the audio listeners, we don't have too many subscribers on YouTube right now, so we just started the channel. So go hop on YouTube because we'll be uploading every Friday a 1v1 battle, and we're gonna battle right now. So as always, hope you guys got to your destination safe, and I hope you enjoyed this episode because we enjoyed talking about it, and we're starting to get more comfortable with sharing and chatting with y'all. So as always, hope you got to your destination safe. Thank you for listening, and go check out our 1v1 2K going up right after this.
All right, guys. Talk to you guys next week.
Bye. Thank you.